and he made sure Amtrak was still running while he was VP, because there were threats of it sort of like having major changes or closings. But the train station is Joe Biden's first love, I guess, of transportation. So I will say, sadly, there was a lot of changes that went on in Delaware. Divorce, desegregation, drugs, death in the mix. Somehow Diplomat came up as part of the 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D system. My grandfather worked for the railroad years ago. So I have to let it be known, do not enter. So we have to exit off to the right, R-I-G-H-T. So we'll go through here. That's what they look for, property. So we're back out on the east side. Which way do I want to go? Keep going straight. Okay. So we have, K9. They always have like somewhat of a heavy police presence in the train station. That's normal, but I feel like it might be kicked up a little bit. They have a lot of people in there, and of course, travel's going to pick up because, oh my God, next weekend is Thanksgiving. Like, tomorrow, marathon here. Half and full, and then I can't believe Thanksgiving is next weekend, or really next Thursday. So anyway, my birthday is on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, December 1st. So some people are still very strict. They worry about giving out certain information, like, family names, this, that, and the other. But we have been in the modern era for so long, and I also know that I'm in a position where people are paying attention on the good side. So no worries. There are so many securities put in place that you're allowed to talk about information. In fact, if you're totally open, then no one could make anything up, right? Do we want which sign? Do we want that sign or this sign? We want Design Center. And here's the porch. Do the porch or not? So we'll go to the bridge. I have other videos of the porch, I'll try to put it on there. This is like a pain in the ass I'll wait. It's rush hour and it's a real pain, sorry. Sometimes I let, profanities slip. When you're in the city, it becomes very normalized, and like people who are super high class still drop the bombs sometimes with their language. So here comes a cop. We'll show them. So the traffic is so backed up, like this guy doesn't know what to do. He's gonna go around and he wants to be in that lane probably for an exit, but he'll go. So looks like a police escort here, or a presidential, carcade or whatever they're called. And we'll go on the other side, and maybe I'll try not to talk. Have a quiet video. I keep trying, but part of my torture, oh, look at all the birds are in a frenzy all down there. You can't see them through the viewfinder, but there are birds almost as if they're flying like buzzards over a dead mouse on the ground or whatever. These are seagulls up here. We actually have seagulls from the river. Pigeons are more by the park, but they show up here too. But part of being tortured and traumatized is that I turned into someone who talks a lot. That's so funny. Should I just go? I'm someone who did not talk at all as a child. So I was very quiet, very withdrawn. Schuylkill Avenue, I'll say really quick here, you know, it's like a Dutch word or Danish word. It has K-I-L-L in it, S-C-H-U-Y-K-I-L-L. They use words like this for some weird reason. It harkens back to, like, we would consider it like really archaic and perverted or whatever. But they kept those names intact anyway. And what I noticed was recently, Whoopi Goldberg had this issue with ordering Charlotte Russe or whatever, some sort of dessert that her mom used to order. She wanted to order it for her birthday, and this Holtzman on Staten Island was unable. They said their machinery was down, they couldn't fulfill her order. Somehow someone got an order through. I don't know, I kind of don't know the whole story. She didn't come across overly offensive. You know, I've seen them really go at it on The View, so we'll just leave it at that. But what I noticed was I looked up Holtzman and noticed that they were on something Kill Avenue or Kill Street near Great Kills Beach on Staten Island, and my brain started wondering why all this came up, if something were done on purpose, whether good or bad. I love seeing the seagulls and everything here. There's one on top of the I started to wonder what this whole thing was about, because of the mapping system around Holtzman's Bakery or whatever it's called. And I don't know what to say. There seems to be a deeper message at work. You know, it could be a metaphor. Oh, great kill, you know, or we got someone to do something that they really didn't want to do, you know. I wondered if it had to do with the election, you know, all this stuff. Here we'll go. We'll go through the Aramark, whatever breezeway or whatever you want to call it, patio. So anyway, something to think about. And stat, you know how they say paging Dr. Beat, emergency. So stat, Dr. Beat, you know, stat so-and-so to the ER. Staten Island. I don't know what Staten means. I could look it up. It's probably also, again, Dutch, Danish, or of origins of, you know, the mid-European region or similar. Hagen, Hagen, Staten, Doken, Token, Talken, you know. So I'll have to look it up, but if people were to pervert words and use them for secret messaging, I'm not saying anyone, like, I don't know what to say. The whole thing, there's something else going on with that story, and it got killed pretty quickly. Like, Fox will keep it alive, but then it doesn't really have much more airtime than that. Also, I have a relative whose official name is Charlotte, but she's gone by abbreviations, so I worried about that first. I worry about things just because it's like, what kind of system is out there and how does it work? So anyway, I'm just leaving that. I'm sure she's fine. Milnes, I get off of MLNZ. There's a name on my